Hey everybody, it's Coach Emmett coming to you from beautiful Georgetown, Texas, here in room 122. Hoping you're having a great day. 7-1. We are in chapter 7 for the new year. Here we go. Multiplication properties of exponents. Guys, I will warn you, pay attention to the start of this chapter. Pay attention to how this stuff works or you're going to be behind. This is, to be honest, 7, 8, 9 is the hardest stuff that we've had so far. So pay attention. Here we go. All right, we've evaluated expressions with exponents. Basically, guys, we've looked at exponents. We've done some of that stuff. Now we're going to be multiplying some stuff out. All right, so we're going to be multiplying monomials. Think about that. Mono meaning one, okay? Well, first off, we've got to figure out what a monomial is. And so we're going to look at these right here. 17 minus c, is that one term? And when you think about monomial, it's just one term. All right, well, I've got a 17 and I've got a negative c, so that is not one term. Okay, 8f squared g, that is a monomial because they're all multiplied together, they're all together right there, so that is going to be a monomial. 3/4, yep, that is a monomial. Yes, it is. Now, this is a little bit different because 5 over t, if you have a variable in the denominator, it is not a monomial. All right, and that's the way the math gods label it. This makes it not a monomial. A variable in the bottom, it's not a monomial. We're not dealing with that. Okay? All right. So, let's go through this. Looking at it real quick. A, x to the fifth. Is it a monomial? Yes, it is. 3p minus 1. Is it? No, it is not. Those are two different terms right there. Okay? 9x over y. Is it? No, it's not. And also c over d. No, it's not. Continuing on. All right, so we're going to start multiplying exponents together. And the way I say that is you're going to have the same base and you're going to add exponents together. So the first thing you need to do is look at the base. Well, let's look at B3. The B part of this is the base, all right? The 3 is the exponent, all right? So if I say the same base, all the terms have to be the same, okay? So in this case, b3 times b to the fifth equals b to the 3 plus fifth, or b to the 8th. Now, the way you can figure that out is, what is b cubed really saying? That's b times b times b. All right, and what is b to the fifth saying? b times b times b times b times b. Now, you can understand, this is easier to do by saying b to the third and b to the fifth. But when you look at it all together, it's b to the 8th. All right? And that's the first thing we're doing, okay? We're doing a couple of different things. The first thing we're doing today is multiplying these that have the same base. All right? So let's look. Simplify. R to the 4th times negative 12 r to the 7th. Well, imagine right here, it's really 1r to the 4th. And so we're going to multiply our coefficients together, the numbers in front. 1 times negative 12 is negative 12. Then our base is an r, and our base is an r. So we're just going to write the r down. And then we're going to add 4 and 7 together. And we're going to go r to the 11th. Okay? All right, let's keep going. We got a lot of slides to get to. Let's look at this one. What are our bases the same? Well, I've got a C right here and a C right there. I've got a D right there and a D right there. So let's think about what we're going to multiply together. We're going to go C times 5. That's going to be our first part, and I'm just kind of splitting this up. And then it's going to be C times C to the 5th. And then it's going to be D to the 5th times D squared. Right, like that. So let's see. C times 5, or 6 times 5, sorry, is 30. C to the 1st times C to the 5th would be C to the 6th. And D to the 5th times D squared would be D7. right like that. So 30C6D7 is what that is combined all together. All right, so let's look right here. I'll give you about 10 seconds to do this. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work smarter, not harder on this. And I'm going to go 5 times 4 is 20. Goodbye choice A, goodbye choice D. All right, then I've got an x squared and an x to the third. Well, I know it's going to be an x, and I add them together, x to the fifth. Guys, I will tell you, don't multiply those exponents together yet. All right, don't do it yet. When you're combining these, think about it if you wrote it all out, and you would just count how many x's there are and put it to the fifth. Okay, same thing right here. Give you a couple seconds to do this one. All right, so this one I'm actually going to write out to give you a little bit of practice. 3 times -2. So those are my coefficients. Then I look for the x's. X times x squared, y squared times y cubed. Okay? Notice there's only one negative sign, and I put it with the coefficient. I don't have to worry about any of the negative signs over there. So the first thing I've got right here is -6. Goodbye choice A, goodbye choice C. Then I've got x to the third, y to the fifth. So the correct answer is going to be D right there. Now, what if we have b cubed raised to the fifth? To find the power of a power, multiply the exponents. So this whole thing together, a base and an exponent, is what we call a power. All right? So we're going to find the power of this power. All right? Now that's all to say this. All you've got to do is think of it this way. You've got b cubed 5 times. B cubed, b cubed, b cubed. I know it's a lot of writing. B cubed. Now, if it was written out like this, we know to just add these together. 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 15. I don't want you to have to write all that out each time. So what you're going to do is you're going to multiply this 3 by this 5, and it gets you to 15. Okay? Another example, g6 to the 7th power, g6 times 7, which is 42. Let's do an example. Holy smokes, look at this thing. 2 to the third raised to the third power raised to the second power. Oh my goodness. So I could go 2 to the third is 8, and then I could raise 8 to the third power and then 2 to the second power. Or I could go 3 times 3 times 2. So it's 2 to the 3 times 3 times 2, which is 2 to the 9 times 2 is 18. 2 to the 8. So I just reached for a calculator to figure out that this is 2,600 or 262,144. 262,144 when you multiply that out. Let's keep going. All right, so we're going to simplify this. I'm going to give you just a second. Okay? 4 to the 2 times 2 times 3. Okay? 4 times 3 is 12. So I've got 4 to the 12th, which is right there. Okay? All right. All right, guys. So that's basically what we've got going on with this chapter. All right. There's still lots of stuff here to go over. When you multiply it out, like going -2 to the 5th power, you actually have to go -2 to the 5th power and figure out what that is. We're going to do a lot more of this in class. If you come knowing just that much that we've gone over, you are ahead of the game. All right? Don't worry about it. We're going to go over lots of this in class. I will see you there. Have a great day.